Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Colorado Buffaloes taking on the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. With the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So Colorado's offense takes the field to start this game off. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards, and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Punch it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Buffaloes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Grab near the marker, it's Miller. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets it to him on the screen. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. To throw again. Flips it out on the screen. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
You're not going to win a lot of quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. After making the interception, he sets up his offense 9. Some fresh air. Strong, firm tackle.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Makes the grab over the middle. There he goes. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Trying to punch it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Salter. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unleashes one. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Converts on 4th down, still going. Well, they just drained all of the moving the chains easily. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Slithers into space. When you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all 3 phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what a coach is talking about. Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
The Buffaloes get it past the sticks. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Salter. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incomplete.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This drive will open from the 15. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Lowers those pads. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Gives it on the option. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Sets up the screen. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. He'll put up some big numbers this year if they keep up at this pace.
Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Smothers. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, the ball squirts out. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red. An inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To throw, it's Salter. With the catch, it's Miller. Turning it on! It's first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo.
You never complain.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. To the air, it's Salter. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by 7 over Florida State. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip
A little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They'll send the back in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Smothers. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. QB draw. Jukes his way for more. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Back to throw, it's Salter. Pocket breaking down. He makes the grab. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. Making side adjustments here. He wants to throw it again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Buffaloes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Right on target this time. They stop him almost immediately. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Grabbed near the marker. It's Miller. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Salter. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
To the air on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Motion from the back. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the first down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. Trying to keep the drive alive. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffs!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Bailey. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Pulls it in, it's Rodgers. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finds his big tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Buffaloes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. To the air, it's Bailey. That's caught. It Smothers. At the 35, he's open. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could...
It's a running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Gets the back moving. Caught behind the line. It's Smothers. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Wide open spaces. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Direct snap. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Quick strike through the air for the score. They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Shakes off the defender. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, it's Salter. Makes the catch. Got room at the 35. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st, and the Buffaloes are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Pulls it in. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Salter. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to surge it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. They got him. Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. They're trying to crease them off the left tackle. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Grimes. They get him on the ground.